Hello internet friends. In this video we are going to be working on the 1403 bulkhead assembly, and this is pretty much the bulkhead I think that the seats go on, so eventually we'll be sitting on this. So first of all, we have to take the blue vinyl off these, what are these called? Center section side angle brackets or whatever, and deburr them. So you just saw that I just ran them against the Scotch-Brite wheel. Scotch-Brite wheel makes it super easy to deburr, well, at least things that are rectangular-ish. Like if there's a lot of angles on it, it could be hard. But things that are just long, and this is 1/8 inch aluminum, so it's pretty thick and pretty easy to deburr with the Scotch-Brite wheel. Some of the little thinner pieces are kind of hard, and not really hard, you just have to be careful with them because they could get bent, or like if you push it too hard against the Scotch-Brite wheel, it could get caught and scraped up. So you just gotta be careful with the thinner pieces. And once again, I really like working at this adjustable height table because just working in IT for so long and sitting in the chair, like it only takes me about 15 minutes before my back starts really hurting if I'm in the incorrect posture. I don't know, I must have damaged something. Maybe when I was a kid playing video games for hours and hours, sitting in the wrong posture. But anyway, more than 15 minutes and I am in pain. So it really helps to have an adjustable height table so I can work at the right height where, I can still spend hours deburring and not have intense back pain. And someone asked where I got it. I just got it at Home Depot. Pretty much everything you see in my garage, it's not a specialized airplane tool. I bought it at Home Depot because it's right down the street and they have most of the stuff I need. So that's where I go. Okay, I'm just gonna prime these side angles. Again, I'm just using Rust-Oleum self-etching primer from, you guessed it, Home Depot. And then this bulkhead doesn't actually need to be primed. It showed up anodized, and I was watching some other 14 builders, and their video was about 2 years old, Andrew, and theirs didn't seem anodized. Maybe it was the lighting, but yeah, mine came anodized and already riveted, although I think in the plans it says it's riveted, so it must have been riveted. I don't know if it was anodized, but since it's anodized, I'm not going to prime it. It's basically already primed through the magic of electrolysis, which kind of makes me remember back to high school, or maybe it was middle school, where we did electrolysis and you put the zinc nail and the steel nail in the salt solution or whatever, and I forget if the steel nail gets covered in zinc or which way that goes. Then I'd have to look that up and do math and chemistry, and we're not going to do that because Vans already did that for me, and all I have to do is prime the side channels and not worry about this bulkhead. So there we go. So once the side channels are primed, then you just rivet them on using AN 474-5 rivets. And if you go through the hole there, a 3-inch yoke can reach about half the rivets. So you're going to see that I used the yoke for half of them and then used the rivet gun on the rest. And then on the other side, I was like, I'll just keep using the rivet gun because I already have it out. So I am going to skip a step coming up. In the plans, it says to rivet all those cover ribs to the bulkhead, and then rivet a bunch of nut plates, and anyway, then the next page says, hey, go ahead and ream some holes, ream the .311 hole, and ream a couple of 3/8 holes, and since I'm using the drill press, I tried to figure out how I was going to fit that on with the cover ribs attached, and I realized I wasn't. So I'm going to skip ahead after I rivet these and use the drill press to ream the bulkhead here and the side angles. There's one or two holes in the side angles that need to get reamed, so you do have to attach those before you ream the holes. Otherwise, you could just attach everything and try to figure out how to ream it. The best way I found so far is to use the drill press. I don't know if you can use the like a handheld drill. I don't think that would be smart because the whole point is to create a straight hole. And it says don't side load it, so what you see me doing here is using the level to make sure that the bulkhead is level, so I know that the reamer should be perfectly perpendicular to the hole that I'm trying to ream. If you're wondering what the white paste stuff is that I've been applying to the reamer, it's called Bow Lube, developed by Boeing for drilling and reaming. So yeah, it's a lubricant. And then I'm spraying some LPS2 in the hole just because you can't have too much lube when you're reaming. Seriously though, the first hole I was reaming, I forgot to put lube on there, and it made a very nasty sound as soon as I started lowering the reamer, so I pulled it out and put lube on it because scraping sounds are bad. Okay, since I have to go to work this week, I'm pretty sure in the next video we'll be caught up to real time, finally. It has definitely been a very long month. Of course, by the time you watch the next video, I'll probably be back from work. And if this is the first time you're watching one of these videos, you've probably been searching for how to build an airplane or how to build a Vans aircraft airplane. What I'm building is a Vans RV-14. And this is the fuselage kit that we're working on, if you couldn't tell by the name of this video. Anyway, if you're interested in talking to other builders or admitting to your mistakes, kind of like confessing to a priest, but it's in a room with 50 other people also making mistakes. So I guess less like confession and more like group therapy. I've never gone to group therapy, so I've only ever seen depictions of it on TV or movies, so I'm just assuming that's what it's like. Anyway, you can join our Slack group and do all of that, and I've put the link in the description if you want to join. In the next video, we'll be riveting the cover ribs to this bulkhead. See you then.